Imagine 8 billion people waking up with the exact same memory. Every person on Earth opens their eyes remembering a towering metropolis wrapped in a brilliant blue and gold sky. The architecture of the city was striking, but the sound left the deepest mark. A distinct voice echoed across the dreamscape with a specific warning: humanity has 1 year left. As dawn swept across the globe, the shock set in. Morning commutes stopped. Major world capitals, usually bustling with millions, sat silent as populations processed the experience of their sleep. Dreams are isolated, internal events of the subconscious mind. The realization that this event breached the boundaries of individual consciousness left scientists and citizens alike questioning the basic nature of privacy. For the first time in recorded history, the entire species shares a single, identical memory. The concept of us versus them became secondary to a global, collective curiosity. The internet immediately flooded with physical evidence. Millions of people, from Tokyo to Mumbai, began uploading their sketches. The drawings of this golden city were identical, down to the layout of the streets. This chart shows the brain activity of thousands of sleeping subjects monitored during that night. Normal human REM waves are chaotic and varied. At precisely the same moment, every recorded brainwave on Earth snapped into alignment, pulsing at a single, synchronized frequency. Global governments and intelligence agencies classified the event as a worldwide anomaly. Extensive medical testing yielded nothing. There was no chemical, biological, or atmospheric trigger they could isolate. Researchers parsing through the millions of sketches noticed a specific detail hiding in the architecture. A highly complex, recurring geometric pattern was etched into the buildings of the Dream City. When archaeologists ran this pattern through historical databases, they found matches in the earliest cave paintings and the most complex ancient temples. It appeared alongside artifacts from civilizations that had no contact with one another. This symbol has been present for every significant milestone of our development. Its consistent appearance suggests that the force behind the shared dream has been present throughout our entire history. Months later, a climate satellite scanning the interior of Antarctica detected a dense anomaly. Far from any known settlement, something massive was reflecting radar from deep beneath the ice sheet. Expeditions drilled down 2 kilometers and found it. The structure perfectly matched the dimensions and geometry of the city from the dream. The Golden City was a physical place, buried and preserved in the deep freeze. At the center of these ruins, the exploration team stepped into a colossal chamber. Inside sat a massive machine waiting in the dark, dwarfing the humans standing before it. The dormant technology activated. The chamber filled with sound as the machine broadcast the voice from the dream, delivering the same warning into the physical room. The global dream was an intentionally triggered broadcast from this dormant physical artifact, programmed to wait in the ice until humanity found its way inside. The machine delivered its opening message: "This is not your first civilization. You have forgotten before." It suggested that modern humanity is merely the latest in a line of advanced societies to occupy the planet. The chamber illuminated with a visual archive. It projected hyper-realistic records of vast human societies that rose and fell long before the first pages of our recorded history. The records outlined what the machine called the Great Mistake, a specific pattern of societal self-destruction repeating across multiple epochs. This chart tracks those fallen empires. The threat came from internal division, greed, and short-term thinking. Reaching the apex of technological capability, societal fracturing triggered a steep decline. The cycle repeats. Overlaying our modern timeline, it shows our society approaching that same breaking point. The shared dream acted as a mirror, reflecting our own cyclical nature back at us. The investigation of the machine's internal components revealed an anomaly that shifted the context of the entire discovery. While the site was buried in ice layers 2 million years old, the machine's components show zero atomic decay. The materials used in its construction do not yet exist on the periodic table. This city was sent backward through time. A future iteration of humanity survived the cycle of extinction. They learned the lessons of the Great Mistake, stabilized society, and constructed the Golden City. The dream was an intervention by descendants seeking to prevent their own history of collapse from repeating in our time. Before powering down, the machine presented one final projection, two diverging future timelines for modern humanity. The first timeline follows our current trajectory of division. Global conflict escalates, resources are depleted, and the lights of civilization fade. The second timeline shows a world where knowledge is freely shared, cooperation outpaces competition, and humanity expands its presence into the cosmos. The trajectory of a species is shaped by the aggregate of billions of daily decisions. It depends on whether individuals consistently choose to prioritize unity over friction. Humanity's survival relies on the conscious, collective decision to prioritize shared knowledge and cooperation. The dream city becomes reality only when we work together.